Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. God is good. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Mondoon? Welcome, welcome, sir. I saw your message, by the way. I totally understand. No worries. I might address that here in a little bit, I guess. But yeah. I hope you had a great weekend. I did. Sorry, I'm late. I got in. I was just caught up at the gym. I was talking with some people, and I got out of there late. Got home late, made my sandwich late. Well, took a shower late, then made my sandwich late. I only had a couple minutes, so I just threw together a peanut butter and jelly. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Oh, yeah. Water is good. I know. That's what I get for being social. My bad. Let me find the radio. I don't have that open. That's standard. Even if I was on time, I wouldn't have it open. Not tuna. Yeah, I don't have any mayo, Shadow, so I didn't make the tuna. I need mayo when I make my tuna sandwiches. It's part of the whole process. Farm Life. That's a good song. It's not playing for you. There we go. Actually, let's randomize. Yeah, no tuna today. I actually make my own mayo here, believe it or not, and it's really good, and I just haven't had time to make another batch. The reason I make it here rather than just buying some is all the mayo, 90% of the mayo at the store is just soybean oil, and we don't want that. You guys don't want that. Don't eat soybean oil. It's hard to avoid, but that's like all mayo is. Unless you, so if you make it with avocado oil, that kind is good. That is good for you. Exactly. It's only like avocado oil and just olive oil are the only two that are really decent to eat, if I'm not mistaken. Also, welcome, Remy. But it's hard. It is hard to avoid seed oils in anything, especially if you're, just single guy like me, just wanting easy meals ready to go and not wanting to do a big, cooking session. It's tough to avoid them, but you're right. Been killing it in Vampire Survivors lately, so went ahead and picked up the Castlevania DLC. Nice. Yeah, I before we did that group stream the other week, I went ahead and picked that up too. Just because I love Castlevania, might as well. Excuse me while I take a bite. I rolled out of the way to not be gross, but I just got more in frame. This one's a messy. There's a messy PB&J. Yeah. No, that's okay. I like the idea, but also no. No. But if Presonus wants to sponsor me, Studio One or UVI, because I legit use those products like every single day. Hey, Pyrox Becca. Thank you so much for the follow over on Kick. Appreciate you. There's a little bit of a cooldown time before you'll be able to comment, but it's only a minute, so just hold tight. But I appreciate you following. But yeah, We had our fall festival this weekend at my church, and that was a good old time. It was a very long, very busy day on Saturday. But it was great. We had like over 300 something people on the property, not including the workers. So I think the grand total was like, it was like 360 or 370 people. And we are a tiny church. And so it was a good time. We're like centered right in between several neighborhoods. And so we always go and like pass out flyers to all of them. And they love it. They love it. It's always a good old time. But yeah, Saturday we were beat. I was beat. I got there at 10 in the morning, helped set up. It was only from 2 to 4. But it helped set up, starting at 10, and I didn't get home till I think it was like between 7:30 and 8 after breaking everything down and cleaning up and stuff. So, but hey, it's worth it. Totally worth it. There should be music playing. You can't hear it? It might be low. This is an AMA, Terran Fire. That's how we open up always. We always just sit and chat for a little while. What song is playing? Port Town. Is the music audible? It looks like it should be. It's probably just very low. Barely. It's probably a you. You're probably holding it wrong. Yeah, see, Mondin can hear it. Thanks for joining though, man. Appreciate you. Well, that's because I have a very boomy voice, and also I don't want it to be overpowering, because it's like I've had good conversations on here before. Like I remember one time me and I think it was Mondoon, may have been Scrap, but we had a really good conversation. And there was like another random person here. We talked about Nintendo for like an hour and about how they hate their fans almost as much as they hate Waluigi. There was a lot of really good like little gems in there. I was like, oh, I can make some shorts out of this. That'll be fun. And I went back and listened, and the music was way too loud. And so I just keep it soft just on purpose in case there's any moments like that. You don't want shorts. Shorts are comfy and easy to wear. I'm going in for another bite while we talk about No Pants Monday. This sandwich got very messy. It just all slopped outside. Oh, yeah. It's been very busy recently, so excuse me. Yeah, finally starting to feel like autumn here. Has it dropped? Yes, today actually is the first day where it's actually like I walked outside this morning. I was actually a little bit chilly. It's been less humid recently, but like it was kind of warm on Saturday. But that was mainly because we were all standing out in the sun. Well, most of us. There was a lot of lucky people had like the tents and stuff. Me and a couple others were not so lucky. It's been cool for the last 2 weeks. Nice. Lucky. It's been on and off cool. It's been kind of perfect for the past 2 weeks. Just, some days a little bit warmer than others, but not like unbearably hot. So it's been right in the perfect range recently. Got a wind advisory going on. Oh man. Actually, I really wouldn't mind. I got the window open. I really wouldn't mind a nice breeze flowing through here. Oh man. Yeah, thankfully it wasn't really humid. It was only hot for us because just standing in the sun for a couple hours. Excuse me. Can't really tell. I got a slight sunburn. I don't know. You can kind of see it there. That helped. Only in the beard. Only have a ginger beard. It doesn't really show up on camera, but... Well, hey, if enough donations come in, you know... I'm just kidding. Actually, it's like if it got hot enough in here, that's when it would be like, all right, whatever, screw it, I don't care. OF win. OF win. Oh. I guess it's 2:16, so I might switch on over to our other scene. I should probably move the keyboard cam into place, though. It's just kind of like shoved off in the corner. Is it plugged in? It's not even plugged in. I was trying to adjust wires a second, like on Friday, I want to say. And I didn't get very far. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's switch on over to our other scene. There we go. Oh, and I need to switch over to this one. There we go. Keyboard cam, peanut butter and jelly cam. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Everyone's jammed up. There we go. It's roughly about where we want it. You know, amateurs get this stuff all set up beforehand, but I'm a pro, so we're just doing it live. Okay, let's hop on into a project. I think I haven't even... Oh yeah, I don't even have Studio One open. I was downloading some new... Oh, it's opening on the other screen. Okay, well, let's do this. That's fine. We'll just leave the verse up on screen. That's good. I was downloading some new libraries from UVI this morning. They came out with like 3 or 4 recently, so I'm actually interested to hear what some of those sound like. I know one won't really apply to what we're working on because it's like Afro beats and stuff. I'm like, that doesn't really fit with Parasite Eve. I guess it could. We could make it work. What am I missing? I'm missing my timer. Okay, that's right. We downloaded the dang professional timer, man. Live split, that's what it's called. All right, so that's up there. There it goes. Okay, and then if I hit this, if I hit this, there we go, and then okay. How's Studio One doing? Is it loaded? Is it loaded? It's still going. Okay, we'll continue. Oh, almost. Here we go. There we go. Minimize some of these. I got too many things open. And bring this back up. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to go to... Oh, that's a good one. Cold case. Let me actually put my headphones on. That's actually very fitting. Now, it's Monday. We're gonna just create a new song. We're gonna try out some of those other libraries, and we're gonna see what happens. Oh, and by the way, I did. If the audio starts crackling and whatnot, please let me know as soon as you notice. But I got on support with, or I got chatting with Meld support, and it might be, the issue might be this Blue Cat connector. It seemed like this was sending off some signals. So if it happens again, I'm gonna tweak on this and see if that fixes it. Red, make your own kind of music, sing your own special song. What is that from? I know that's a thing. That sounds so familiar. What is that from? I hope you're doing well, Red. Good to see you, man. Cass Elliot song. Yeah, we got Mondoon is viewing from Kick Today. He's migrated over there. It's all good. Okay. There it goes. Lost is the one that immediately comes on. Whenever I think music and Lost, I think of that song, what was it? You want everybody. You want everybody. I think that was the song. All right, we're going to do a fade out. Catch this fade. Drive shaft. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I never finished Lost. This is a new one. I want to say to the third season. It was right in the middle of Lost when that big writer strike happened, right? And I don't know, it kind of showed to me, and also it just kind of became all about, what was their names? It was the love triangle between the three of them. It was like Kate and Jack and the other guy. Not worth finishing. Okay. Yeah, that's like Game of Thrones, dude. It was like nobody really likes to talk about it anymore. Jack, Kate, and Sawyer. That's right. That's right. Yeah, and all of a sudden it was just like it was just about those three, and I was like, I don't want to, so many loose ends were completely not explained or answered. That sucks. Oh, red is a hard disagree there. Uh-oh. We're about to have a war going on here in the chat. What was the other ones? Where'd it go? It's all good, yeah. I think we can all agree that all the Star Wars shows are amazing, stunning, and brave. You would say that. You would totally say that and then just leave and let everybody else just argue about it. Let me see. What's the ones? Okay, so there's new Falcon stuff. Atmospherics 2. And I think the other one I was just looking at, Escapism. Witcher season 4 is better with Liam Hemsworth. So glad they replaced Cavill. Show works best when you ignore the source material and nerds who love it that act in it. Yeah. Keep the conversation going. I'm going to mess with these sounds. And everybody, I just want you to be clear that Terran Fire Locke is being 100% serious. He is not being sarcastic at all. That is not his style. Let's see, Falcon. Oops. Oh, it crashed. Oh, that's not a great sign. That's not a great sign. Oh, lovely. Okay, well. Yeah, womp womp indeed. First time loading up a new library and it crashes on you. That's okay. Adventure Time in no way ruined animation by making people settle for bland, easily repeatable character designs. Yeah, absolutely not. That's definitely not a thing that happened. It's better to have people who just do something different. I made a show pitch called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Goldilocks is a trans girl who goes on a spaceship and encounters bears, which are giant autonomous star monsters, but they're actually all disenfranchised people who are being hurt by Earthlings. So the only solution is to destroy the Earth. In the end, all humans are eradicated and the star creatures off themselves. Honestly, I'm surprised that didn't get greenlit. That seems like right up their alley, right up modern Hollywood's alley. Sounds like a Black Mirror episode, yeah. While it's loading up again, let's put some music back on. It's still loading in the background. Netflix would only give me 100 million for the 3 episodes I pitched. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it would be a pretty big budget show. So 100 million's not nearly enough. It sounds like the next hit game by Monster and Robot Studios. Could be, could be. Yeah. They might actually do it. You could actually get the funding from them. His GSG. Oh, Give Send Go. No, I didn't see it. I've honestly been tuned out of a lot of that stuff for a little while now. I got burned out on all that stuff again, man. To be honest with you, this happens to me all frequently. This is not the first time. I just get disgusted with like anything political for, once in a while, and then I just want nothing to do with any of it. I still have my opinions, but I just want nothing to do with any of them. Come on, Studio One, load. It is just, let's see, 1426. This thing used to boot up so fast. It's disappointing. Anthology series akin to Outer Limits, but FT animation, current sort of bias, some agree, but very good. I think it's fair. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I'm just burned out on all that stuff. Oh, it's there we go. Oh. I remember back in the day, like I used to hang out. I used to actually have a Discord server where a bunch of composers hung out. It kind of fizzled out after a while, but 100% agree there, Remy. I don't support or believe any of them anymore. 100% agree with you there. I'm just done with them. Anyway, I used to hang out with a bunch of composers, and I remember one day we were comparing how long it takes up to boot up our DAWs just for silly reasons. And Studio One booted up in like 30 seconds. It's been 5 minutes. It might just be locked up. I'm just kind of getting frustrated with Studio One right now. It's not doing anything. Yeah. This is lovely. I just want to write music. I just want to work on my music, man. Okay, it's officially made it back. So it's like when it loads up, it goes through a bunch of things, you know, welcome, verifying license, licensed to me, scanning this, scanning this, blah, blah, blah. It goes through all this stuff. And it made it to where it was locked up within about 5 seconds. So we'll see. If anybody's just tuning in and you're just like lurking, we're just waiting for the DAW to open up. It crashed on me, and we are just waiting right now. It's not how it usually goes, but it's being a butt today. Ice Crystal Castle. Which one is Ice Crystal Castle? Sounds familiar. Let's listen to Ice Crystal Castle. Oh, yeah. It's not exactly a Secret of Mana one, but dude, I'm not sure what's going on with this program today. I might have to boot up version 6 or try to boot up version 6. which I've had problems with in the past. But I mean, if it opens, this one's not even opening. Oh, I said it the other day, man. The older I get, the more and more I become Ron Swanson in that one gif. Yep. Every day, I get closer and closer to this. Yeah. Yeah, I do too, Red. I really like this kind of style, this track. I like enjoying, or I enjoy writing like upbeat stuff too, you know, high energy stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I really catch my stride with these kind of things. So dramatic with this. All right, let's check on it and see if it's not done anything. This sucks, y'all. This is lame. Yep, it's not responding. All right, let's check. Let's see if we can open up with version 6. Hey, at least now y'all can see it. Scanning our plugins. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, hey, it opened up. It cut our music off. I think it crashed the player. Okay. But hey, if we can at least work. I just want to work. Okay. Okay. We're in. Ugh. I guess. I don't know, man. I think rebooting your computer is just a ploy by the government, too. I think that's just how they keep us under control. Blue Cat connector. I definitely don't reboot my computer enough. I put it into sleep mode. I should reboot it more often, though. You're not wrong. Okay. We're back. Maybe. Let's see if hopefully this. Well, what's weird is that it's like why now is the only thing. Why has it not been a problem the past like 6 months doing that? You know what I mean? I haven't seen a DAW yet that doesn't, for whatever reason, have a heart attack on startup every once in a while. That's true. I had like 3 heart attacks in a row there, or however many times we tried to load it. Okay. So far, so good with this one. I think we were running into we had run into visual issues at one point when we were streaming. We were on what's it called? Prism at the time too, though, so who knows. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Falcon Factory got updated, so we have new sound here. Ooh, what's this one? You don't have sound. Oh, Blue Cat connector's off. Hang on. There we go. Okay. That one was okay. This one's called Eris. I wonder if that's referencing something. Fruity Loops, Muse Score, and LMMS all could be a hot mess with no explanation. Yeah, actually, I really like this sound. Just hold it down. See if the mod wheel does anything. Ooh. Ooh. Now it's Aaron Fire. You're gonna get yourself banned for that one. I really like this one. This is very nice. Yeah, that's cool. I could just sit there and listen to that for a while. Let's keep looking at other stuff, though. I have a feeling I'll remember that one just from the name. Oh, yeah. I agree, Red. It's funny because when I first read that, I thought you were talking about sound fonts, and I was like, sound fonts that don't differentiate between the one and the one, like one and one chord. This one's kind of cool. Kind of neat. Let's run with that for a second. How fast is it going? Because I like that speed. Slower, 90. A little slower. 85. Yeah. And then I was playing. Okay. It's so funny. It's been so long since I've used the version 6. Well, not so long. It's been a few months, though. And it does feel different. It's very slightly different. Let's restore timing. Restore timing. There it is. And then shift it. Get a little out somewhere here. Right there. Other way? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it needs to go this way. There we go. I need to get a red panda rare into this emote. Absolutely. Who do we have to call to get red panda emotes made custom? Ghostbusters. No, I like the way you spelled it the first time. Ghostbusters. Okay, let's roll with that one. Sorry. Gotta admit, that's pretty funny, though. This is another one we got. It's new. Atmospherics 2. So actually, let me see. Oh yeah, okay, this is way different. Okay. I wish it had misspelled something there too, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. It just would have been funny. Ooh. You got to have a good like interface too with your stuff. Sometimes they get a little overboard with it, but this is nice and simple and pleasant to look at. Oops. Whoa, okay. Okay, it's kind of a cool little atmosphere to right over top of. Let me turn my fan down. I just realized it was like blaring in the background, and I don't really need it that high. Just a nice little breeze coming through is all I need. What else do we have with these new sounds? I'm worried to open this other one up again just because it crashed. But what was it called? Escapism. Let's try it again. Crystal Bowl. Okay. Add some like bass in there, like a cool funky bass line or something else. I don't know. Let's just look for something cool to grab. Chords now. Arpeggiated. Yeah, it's just no, I don't think so. It's a strange graphic for me for a bass. It's that's what they had before. Like, this isn't a new one, but I don't know. It's probably not the choice I would have made for bass. Nope. I guess I should start my timer, you know? It's probably not a bad idea. Speed run begin. Now that we're an hour into the stream. Yeah. Brass. Was there a brass option before here? I don't think there was. I think this is a new, because I don't recognize that graphic. That could work. Yeah, if an art exhibit, like, they had like the Blue Man Group doing the music for it. I just need some like pipe drums. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Blue Man Group's awesome. I love their stuff. Actually, you know what I need? I just need something like piano keys, some kind of nice piano-ish sound. Clang Phonics. I don't think so. Oh, okay, cool. You'll have to drop a link to them in like in the Discord or something. Because I will forget. Zang. It's kind of a cool little intro. Let's see if we can like take it in a different direction now. Let's just completely subvert expectations. Just go way off the deep end. I don't know. I wanted to see what they got in the chords section here. Nope. Nope. It's not the direction I'm thinking. Nope. It's cool though. Nope. Nope. Closer. Nope. Nope. Boop. Maybe. Good work. Excuse me. Can't clear it. Can't clear it. Let's see. Drums. I think there was another one I downloaded. It's like modular. Oh, I didn't get it yet. Okay, there's another one from these modular ones. I just didn't get it yet. Okay, that's okay. Let's check out some modular drums, though. No worries, Mondoon. Thanks for dropping in, brother. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Yeah, I like this drum beat here. Just copy this over. Still got a sandwich sitting here. You need a red panda, that one too, Red. There's a little bit of I think it was this one. I bet you could. I bet you could. I wonder if you could use that one. Like, you've got a face palm one, right? I wonder if you could use that as like the foundation for it and then just kind of like work off of that. Let's throw this on here. And turn it down a little bit. Agua. Alright, so now I really do need some kind of a bass, something happening here. Excuse me. I wish these weren't all just like arpeggiated stuff. I just want a bass sound. I will play it. There you go, like that, but not that. This one's kind of close to what I'm thinking. Stop. Something. I almost like that sound, but let's see. Maybe that one actually. Oh, oi. Nah. Gotta figure out what I'm playing. I'm just kind of winging it right now. And it shows. What's the theme? Seems like a mix of wandering around the park or somewhere during the day. I'm just kind of messing around, to be honest with you. If it worked out, if it was good, then it could become like the Parasite Eve style song for the week. I didn't even check because I've got a couple, I think, pending ones, and I didn't even like listen to them at the start of the stream today to see how far along those are. I think one of them needs work. Yeah, I agree. I usually like to add the cat meows in like as one of the last steps, but yeah. That could work. Something like that, maybe. No, I don't like the way that one sounds. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember version 6 did this crap. It's like if I start here, it doesn't trigger this sound. It's like, why? Just trigger it. Play it. Well, it's not consistent. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. And it always seems to be the reverse of what you want. Oh, yeah. Oi. Is it a setting somewhere? Or is it just crap? General. No. Audio setup processing. Processing. Chase long notes. That might be it. Nope. Okay, that is it. Oh, it just feels good to lean back for a second. I'm sorry. I had to do a ton of it's Squat-tober. It's had to do a lot of like squats and Romanian deadlifts and stuff today, and I feel it in my back, honestly. Mainly the lower. Not for today's workout. Well, I mean, technically, same here, Red. I didn't really have to do it, but I'm paying them. That's been, I've tried like different workout routines at home so many times throughout the years, and then finally, like, it occurred to me last year. I was like, I just need to pay somebody because if I'm throwing money at this, I'm gonna do it. And sure enough, I've stuck with it. This has been like the most consistent I've ever been with it. It even says it in the Bible. It's where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So when you invest in things that when you invest in things, you get invested. There we go. I don't know. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Oi. Almost. Close there, Terran Fire. Lock. Most of that's right. Okay, so now I want some. It's not quite long enough for a full thing, full loop. Oi, oi, oi. Sorry, I'm going to oi a lot today. Oi, oi. Oh, yes, yes, exactly. Yep. And he went up from thence into Bethel, and as he was going up by a way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods and tare 42 children of them. That verse is so crazy, but yes. I think it's in yeah, in the NIV version. I remember my sister telling me this. Instead of "go up, thou bald head," it's "get out of here, baldy." That's how they translated in that one, was "get out of here, baldy." But I kind of like the "go up, thou bald head." Job's a heavy one, dude. The first time I read through the Bible, I did a chronological order reading plan, so it had me jumping around. It was like, this is the order of the chronological order of the books. So it's like I got like part of the way through Genesis, and then it switched me over to Job, and it was like I was really enjoying Genesis, and I was like, wow, this is great, blah blah blah. And then I got to Job, and it was just like, it was so heavy all of a sudden. I was like, oh my goodness, this is this is tough. It's a tough one to get through. But it's a good book. It's a good one to study. Of the event it details. And I think Job is one where it was kind of like speculating, or they kind of speculate that Job happened during that time period back, like in the time of Genesis. Devils are like, hey God, let's mess with this dude, and I bet he'll curse you. God, nope, just his own birth. Yep. Yeah, that's actually really funny. All right, sandwich is officially done. Sorry. Well, he definitely had the blues, that's for sure. Job was the original BB King. What do I want in this song? Not that. Speaking of BB King, there was a clip I remember floating around a few years back of BB King playing a solo at some festival, and he's just jamming out, and then he pops a string, but he just keeps going, and then he starts, he like finishes up the solo, and then he continues to sing. Um, but he just, as he's singing, he just like undoes the string, pulls it out. The guitar tech brings another string out, and he like restrings the guitar and just tunes it right on up, like in the middle of the song, in the middle of the verse. It's like, man, what a pro! What an absolute pro! It was really cool. um, what do I want? Let's go back to Aerith. Let's see if this one will work. This one ain't. This one won't work. Nope, that one ain't gonna work. Oh, I got the hiccups. Sorry. Oh. No. Oi. Need an oi counter. Chainsaw. Not just one chainsaw, we got two. Okay. Always struggled with the Old Testament. Studied the heck out of the New Testament on my mission, though. Learned a lot. Came to some neat personal conclusions with some things too. I can get that. I do struggle sometimes with the Old Testament. There's a few books that like really that I do really resonate with. I mean, it's kind of a cliche answer. I really like Proverbs, but I like Ecclesiastes too. Ecclesiastes comes right after Proverbs, and that one, I don't know. I've just always really liked that one. It's got some good kind of like business advice in a sense. I like, yeah, it definitely is. People think it's like just super depressing. It's like, I don't know. I kind of like, I get it. It really hits home. Like I get what he's getting at there. It's I also like Judges, although it does have some pretty dark subject matter to it. It's kind of it's an enjoyable book, at least to me. And Joseph is a good one. Or Joshua. First or Kings and Chronicles are pretty good, but it's like they're kind of like repeat each other, you know what I mean? Reading it linearly has been interesting because it all really sets the stage for the New Testament. Yeah. Never really understood that. What the enjoyed reading Apocrypha a bit to canonicity may be debatable, but there's some good stuff in there. I would read it. I've never read it. I only know a little bit about it. That's like the like rejected books, right? Yeah. I don't know a ton about it, to be honest with you. Let's take a fiver. Actually, we're already kind of doing it. We're at 32. We started that timer way late anyway. But yeah, I liked Kings and Chronicles a lot. When I was doing the chronological order reading, it was like you'd jump back and forth between those. So it's like I would read essentially the same entry, twice with some slight different phrasing or a little bit more or less info in one of them. Yeah, New Testaments. That's the good stuff. I always like it too when you have something kind of like going on, or somebody kind of like brings something up, and then the next time you open your Bible, there's like a verse right there for it. It hasn't happened to me a ton, but it's happened to me like it happened to me recently, and I want to say it was let me see. I want to say it was in First Corinthians chapter 2. Let's see. Loading. So yeah, like a friend of mine, he was kind of like he taught a Sunday school class a couple weeks ago, and the main message of it was we should memorize verses to be prepared. He was like, if somebody was to ask you about one of your hobbies, your passions, whatever, one guy was really into tanks in there, and so somebody talks to him about tanks. He's got all this information he can rattle off. If somebody asks me about music, I got all this information I can rattle off. And the point that my buddy Dan was making was we should be able to do that with the Bible, with the Bible verses and whatnot. And so anyway, so I'd opened up. I want to make sure this is the right area. I opened up the Bible like the next day, and First Corinthians 2 was like all about that at the beginning, at least. Where am I? And I came to you, brother. Yeah, I'll bring it over here. And I, when I came to you, brothers, did not come proclaiming to you the testimony of God with lofty speech or wisdom, for I decided to know nothing among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my message were not in plausible words of wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, so that your faith might not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. Yet among the mature, we do impart wisdom, although it is not of wisdom of this age or the rulers of this age who are doomed to pass away, but we impart a secret and hidden wisdom of God, which God decreed before the ages for our glory. None of the rulers of this age understood this, for if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, what no eyes have seen nor heard, nor the heart of man imagined, what God prepared for those who love him. These things God has revealed to us through the Spirit. I think it was mainly this first bit that it was like it kind of convicted to me. Oops. Oh, let's get rid of that one. Hang on a sec. Where's my chat? It's actually a ban. There we go. You read the same site. Okay, cool. This is actually the first. This might be the first time I've used this site. That's good. Yeah, and then this is, I guess, this is the ESV version, which that's good. That's some people are very particular about translations. I've read a few different, or I try to compare. Like I read the KJV first, doing that chronological read through, and then I read the NIV linear, did a linear read through, linear run in NIV, and now I'm reading the NASB, and I kind of like that one. That one's been. It feels more like the KJV in wording, but it's also more understandable to me. The NIV, there were some things I really didn't care for with the NIV version personally. Although the Baldy verse was actually a highlight. But yeah, anyway, I thought it was really interesting. Like the first thing I opened up to was he was talking about, not being wise in his speech, whatever, but it's the power of God that that gives him that clarity, essentially. I don't know. I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still trying. I'm still studying. I did not go to seminary, believe it or not. But and I did not grow up in a Christian household either, so I do my best with biblical study and trying to share the word and whatnot, share the gospel because it is important. But sometimes I just struggle. I struggle with like trying to find the way to phrase things and the way to and even like extrapolating meaning from verses. Sometimes, you know, I do studies with like a bunch of people from my church, and we'll read something and people are pulling just like this really profound stuff from it. I'm like, man, how are y'all doing this? Y'all are so smart. I don't know. It's encouraging though. It really is. But anyway. Let's save this file, and I kind of just want to like start over. To be honest with you. Read the KJV and the ESV, but now I'm learning about the issues with the Masoretic text translation. So I'm going with a direct English translation from the Septuagint. I'm not sure what the Septuagint is. So I group study discussion is a good thing. Sometimes someone else picked up on something you didn't. KJV is faulted. Yeah, I mean, there's some things I really like about it. I feel like there's that's as original as you can get. The Septuagint is the original Greek. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to get at, Red, is that there's no real, like when you're translating, there's always going to be something kind of lost. And so you do have to go back and study the originals is the best way, because it's like it might in the original text there, you know, they might use one word that can be used in this context or in this context, you know, but it gets translated as something that only has like one meaning essentially, if that makes sense. Even then our earliest copy is still like 400 years after the fact. King James was quite weird. He wrote a book about demonology and refused to admit that he was a Freemason, yet there was a lodge in Scotland that was him in their that has him in their membership book. Oh, never heard that one. I'm not gonna lie though, y'all. My pastor would be very upset at this conversation right now. he's a King James purist, which it's fine, but I mean, I feel like I've picked up and learned more and connected more by comparing versions and you know, even when somebody's like teaching something, you know, sometimes you have to phrase it like three different ways for it to really like sink in, right? At least for me, it's like sometimes you have to hear something a few times, said a few different ways, and then it's like, oh, I get it, I understand now. And so, ultimately, at the end of the day, I mean, the important thing is to understand Jesus died on the cross, was buried, resurrected 3 days later to pay for the sin debt of the world. That is, and that by trusting in Him, we are granted eternal life with Him in heaven. I mean, that's the important bit. I would say so. Do you like the KJV? I also got to read the oldest Greek and oldest Hebrew we had in college. Nice. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Man, I wish Duchess was in here. She's actually she's one of them who, whenever I do Bible studies, she's just, that girl is so smart, dude. Uh, cool groove thingy. One important thing that I've learned that I can say for sure is that we definitely must call him Jesus. All his original name, all this original name stuff like Yeshua, Yahshua, it's not right. It's from the Masoretic text translation. Well, that's the name I know him by is Jesus. And I'm, we're from the South, so that's how you got to say it's Jesus. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Red. Yeah, keep redeeming those, man, for sure. Red redeemed to hydrate. I just want to start from, fresh here. And just, oops, punch. Punch. Good conversations though, y'all. I need to have more conversations like this, and just because like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to really get a grasp on things to where I can talk about this stuff. I don't want to say with more authority. It sounds wrong. Like more certainty, more confidence, more authority. Should drag my games bot in here one of these days. I still don't know how you do that, but I believe you. Magic. I remember finding one of these guitars in pretty certain it was in Falcon Factory. It was exactly the guitar sound from StarCraft, and I can't remember what it was called. Oh, ambient. Or let's do that. What was that one? Escapism. Let's look up more of those sounds. Excuse me. Actually, yeah. Coffee sounds good. Every so often you play a riff that I have to rack my brain to figure out if it's a song by me, Clement, Tim, or from a game. Was it the let me go back to a guitar sound. Or just something. Yeah, that's pretty great. I need a Oh, thanks, dude. Was it that? So I can tell you what that one is. Let me go to the keyboard. It's a very cool sound. 3-note pattern rising. Oh, okay. Well, what I was playing there just a second ago, that's just a Tool song. Me 6 rebranded to Botrix. It even kind of rhymes. That's not Me 6, it's Botrix. Sounds like something that would be in some 80s fantasy movie. Like kids are like about to fight some sorceress or something, or they're climbing the mountain to fight the big bad or whatever, you know. Either that or a start to the new Linkin Park song right before a shrill rock guitar riff. I haven't heard a lot of the new Linkin Park stuff because I'm not too happy with the singer choice. Actually, the singer would be fine. They just shouldn't have called themselves Linkin Park again. The whole, you know, a lot of people were upset about that, and I kind of agree. If they had just started a new band, could have been the exact same lineup. Could have called themselves, you know. Gotcha. Yeah, all good. But yeah, they could have Just rebranded, just call themselves a new band, and then just advertise it as, hey, you know, we wanted to make music together again as a band. Now Chester's, you know, he's gone, brought us back together. You know, we blah blah blah. Here's the new lineup. He's Beanless, Linkin Park 2. Yeah, yeah. If they called themselves Linkin Park 2, brand new project, I think a lot of people would have been much more okay with that, rather than being like, no, we're still Linkin Park. This is good. You like this? It's like, And then they could have still just covered Linkin Park songs like at their shows. And nobody would have been upset about that. Am I wrong or am I right? Stop me when I'm telling lies. Severe lack of sequel bands in today's media. That's a great point. Where is all the sequel bands? Like when Tom York and only a couple of Radiohead guys could get together during COVID, so they became the Small. Yes, exactly. This is just a new band name. Yeah, dude. And I remember hearing them on like there was a song by from the Smile. I remember hearing it on the radio one time. I was like, man, this really, I dig that. This kind of has Radiohead vibes to it. This really sounds like Radiohead, but it says the Smile. I was like, but this is a really cool song. And then I found out later that no, it was Radiohead. But exactly right. Just make it a new band. Woo! Whoa! Stop. It just kept going. Whoa. No. Bad. No. You're that was like that was an audio glitch there on my end. My bad, y'all. This is like, ugh, that was jarring. It was like somebody threw a flashbang and we just had like the ringing sound in our ears or something. Open the Floodgates was the song I heard, and I was like, dang, this sounds a lot like Tom. Oh, what was the name of the song I heard? I can't remember. I don't think it was Open the Floodgates. That doesn't sound familiar. Wouldn't be surprised if the guys from Linkin Park did it because they were under contract for more albums. Wouldn't be sued by it. It's a good point, actually. I'm not sure that's actually very, very reasonable or reasonable theory. That's a very possible situation. Yeah, I wonder. It's a good point, Remy. So I also heard recently, I want to say it was Jamiroquai, which is just a random reference there, but like they just finished up their obligation to the record companies that they've just been doing. I think they had like a 20 album deal that they had to fulfill, and they like just finished it up after all these years. And that they weren't really in any rush to get him out. They were just kind of like would just do him here and there. I like these sounds. These are pretty cool. The Santor World, that one was really nice. Let's see string pad though. That's cool. Whoops. That one's also got some very 80s vibes to it, for sure. That's a random sound out of nowhere. Some crazy stuff happening in this one. I like it though. So we got Resonator, WS amount, Simp Start. Oh, SMP. I can't read. I thought that said Simp Start. I was like, okay. You just start turning up the knob and it's just like, ooh, take my money, queen. Sorry. Okay. Let's keep going. What did I play a second ago? That's it. I like that. Well, the neighbors must have got a new puppy because I hear it just going crazy outside. That's not what I played. Kind of nice. That was wrong, so I started over. Pop, pop, pop. Sorry about that. Punching the mic. Mellow resonance. So dampened there. Interesting. Something. It's just a speed run. Yeah, and my splits are not very good right now. I still need to do that. I want to do that one day. Songwriting speed run. I've been very unfocused today. I've been very just kind of like, I'm going to play whatever. Which happens. There's some cool like little ideas popping out. Sometimes you just need days like that where it's just, let's just sketch a bunch of ideas and maybe we'll pull from them later. Thanks. Well, the thing is too is like I got I delivered a song on Friday. I've still got to mix a song for Remy, but I know he said he's not really like he doesn't need it by like 5 o'clock today. So I just finished writing that one on Thursday. I think we finished it up. So I'll be mixing that this week. Basically what I'm getting at is that like I don't have a ton that I have to have delivered this week. I've got the Patreon song I got to get delivered, and then a video I've got to do. But besides that, we can kind of take a little breath. That's cool. Oops, timed it wrong. Hang on. I know the click track doesn't come through for you guys, which always makes me sad. But it's probably better that it doesn't, so you don't hear how off I am. 3, 4. That's cool. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit off. Something. Hang on, let's just space that out a little bit. There's some cool little ideas happening there. There was some extra dissonance that I didn't care for, but there was some cool dissonance that I did care for. Need to get a proof of concept game out so I can get a Patreon going and try to secure money for artists. And some guy named Bert. Oh, you don't have to do that. But alas, that is all are still a ways away, methinks, in it. Close enough to taste, 'tis torture. Oh yeah, dude. I know the feeling of feeling like something is right there, but you just don't. It's just not quite there yet, and yeah, but it's something you really, really want. I get that feeling for sure. I definitely understand. I want to take the high end off of this a little bit. It's a little bit too harsh. Could get in. It's like a cool sound, but it could get annoying after a while. Ging, 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 gung, 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 gung. So high shelf here. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, because it's kind of a fun little idea there. We're gonna call this file sketches. Sketches, man. It's the S. Arigato. Let's see what this one is. Interesting sound. Noise creep. This one I can't make any sense of. It's just doing what it wants to do. You know what? I haven't played with this one in a while. Drone, even though I like droning sounds, I don't really reach for this one too often. Dark World. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe that's why. Crystal clear. A night in the attic. Oops. Oh, we made it. What did this sound like again? Excuse me. Huh, started in the wrong spot. I can redo that. I don't know. Just messing around. It was a little off, but I think that was the best one so far. Felt like the most most intentional. Let's actually, okay, we're at 53 minutes. Let's take a quick fiver. I'm debating on if I want to grab coffee. Because it's almost, I've got only about 40 minutes left, so I can hold off on the coffee. We'll take a quick ear break, or at least I'll take an ear break. And then maybe I can look through some of those other Parasite Eve tracks that I started on that are just kind of like pending. We'll just see the progress of those. That might be a good way to end out the stream. So let me put on this for you guys. Underwater sightseeing. That is a good one. Check on a couple things. Side note, good news. Well, good news for me. I finished up Hollow Knight yesterday. I actually officially beat it. I didn't 100% it, but the last few things, it's just like, it's just little stuff here and there, and it's stuff that I can go back and like just pick up, you know, the loose ends here and there. I think I covered all the any story elements though, and any side quests. So that's good. I was kind of ready to finish up with it, to be honest with you. I think I got in over 50 hours on it. Or no, it was right at 50 hours. That's right, yeah. Steam says I've been playing like 56 hours. My in-game completion time was 49 hours and like 30 minutes, something like that. I was just shy of 50 hours for 89% completion, I think. Which, there's a lot of content in that game. Personally, my hot take, I like the first one better. This one was really fun. I still enjoyed it. It's still a great game. There was just some things some choices they made that kind of hurt the experience, in my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's opinions. A lot of people are making the same points that I was feeling on my playthrough. Still a good game. If I was to, trying to think, it's been a while since I played Hollow Knight, like the first one. I would say Hollow Knight's probably like a 9 for me, like an 8 or a 9. And if that was the case, I would say Silk Song is probably a 7 or an 8. It's not quite, it wasn't really even on the same level. It was just a little bit underneath of it. Once you got all the movement stuff, it became a lot more fun. The movement in the game is definitely more fun. I will say that is one thing that Silk Song definitely did better, in my opinion, was just the different movement options. Like you got the one move, it's like the claw line, I think it's called, where you can dish out your claw, and like it's like a grappling hook basically. You got like a grappling hook in it. That's a lot of fun to use. But there were some sections to just to echo Red's last message there were some sections that were just kind of torture. And I saw somebody was praising it and saying, you know, oh, it's like the greatest game ever made, blah, 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 and that it respects your time. It's like, it does not respect your time. It does very much the opposite of that, to be honest with you. Not the worst offender of it. Silk Song. I just finished it up last night. And again, I did like it. I did enjoy it. But not as much as the original Hollow Knight. I came to that conclusion yesterday after getting, yeah. There you go. Oops, punching mics again. I struggled. Like, it was, I remember there being challenging parts on Hollow Knight, but never like overbearingly challenged. Like, there's so many things I could be doing. Runbacks are the last thing. That's exactly right. I don't know if you caught me saying it, but one review I was watching, they were just praising it, and you know, it could do no wrong, blah blah blah, and they said that it respects your time. And I was like, it did not respect your time at all. Those runbacks were just complete garbage, dude. That would have been cool if it wasn't one, or if it wasn't one or of it not the most well-funded hype. Yes. Sorry, I had like a spasm when I was trying to read that, but you typed it fine. I just all of a sudden I couldn't read. Yeah, I think that actually, honestly, I think that probably hurt it a little bit, is that there was so much hype around it. If it had come out like 2 or 3 years, you know, after Hollow Knight, it probably would have. It wouldn't have done as well for them, because they made bank for sure. But I think it probably would have been a better experience for us, because it wouldn't have been quite as hyped up. You know, we wouldn't have had it built up all these years. Congrats on the level up, by the way. No, I agree with you, dude. I 100% agree with you. I just don't think games should be taking a decade to make anymore. A lot of reused mechanics, pre-built engine, exactly. It's like game. This one would, I guess, was the exception, because they did do very well. People in general, overall, people really have enjoyed it. But if games that are taking like a decade to make they're just setting themselves up for failure. What Starfield? Is that the Bethesda one that took like 10 or 15 years for them to release, and then people were just like, this game sucks. Yes. Like, it's just setting themselves up for failure, man. It should not take a dang decade to put out a game, especially with a pre-built engine and a lot of reused assets and mechanics. You know, to be fair, maybe they were just kind of taking their time with it. I think they were. Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever. Again, another great example. Took them forever, and it came out, and everybody's like, this game kind of sucks. Another thing I didn't really care for with Silk Song, and this is probably a hot take to some, it just kind of had a lot of girl boss energy, just to be honest with you. Like, and I'm just kind of over all that stuff. I don't care that it was like that Hornet was the lead. Hornet was actually really cool, but it was just like there really wasn't any good male characters in that game. And there was only one that I liked, but he was just kind of like a goofy character, and that's pretty standard these days. or pretty. That's like par for the course, I guess I should say. It's like you can't have. They just don't make like good like masculine characters anymore, you know, for the most part. GTA 6 is really the decider for the situation, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't see. I guess we'll see with that one. The GTA 6. I'm also. I mean, I think that one also is going to suffer the same thing. I've been over that mess since 2016. I loved Uncharted 1 through 3, but 4 was insane. Had girl boss beating with Drake, and I just quit it. Yeah, man, it's just so tiresome. I'm just so bored of all that crap. Oh, I didn't even see the emoji. It doesn't pop up on mine. Hang on, let's see. Oh, I see it there. wait, I gotta bring it up in the browser because I can't really see it on my screen. It was like I was getting vibes of it early on, and I was kind of like okay, you know, I can kind of look past this, whatever. Oh, that's so funny. It doesn't even pop up on chat. It's just on the screen. It's so funny. Beating up that Drake. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's Remy. I figured you would probably agree with me on that. Yeah, no, he was right. I'm waiting for one good anticipated media at this point. Yeah, there's been a lot of faulty releases. Oh, there you go. Remy's game. There you go. I'm anticipating that one for sure. Yeah. The last good. Let me make sure. Again, I did enjoy Silk Song. I wasn't waiting 8 years because I only played Hollow Knight for the first time like 2 years ago. So I only had to wait 2 years, and that worked out. Hey, what's up, Michael Eagle? Welcome, sir. Yeah. In that case, Beanless, just wish list it and then just kind of just forget about it. And then when it comes out, you'll be pleasantly surprised. You'll be like, oh, look at this. This is this amazing game I'm really enjoying, and it's a smash hit, and everybody's playing it. And hey. I want to say the last game that I was anticipating that I really enjoyed might have been Octopath Traveler 2. And I wasn't even that wasn't even a long period of anticipation. I think I found out about it like a couple months ahead. I was like, oh, they're releasing a second one. Nice. And then I bought it on day one, which I never really do that. I very rarely do that. And I was very, very pleased with it. I love that game. It's a secret. I don't know if he doesn't officially have a Steam page out just yet, if I'm not mistaken. Still locking in a couple of those legal details, if I'm not mistaken. But I am anticipating Remy's project for sure. Really wish I could do turn-based strategy because I love the Octopath Traveler art style. Yeah, you know, I've always been a big fan of turn-based stuff, and Octopath's art style, yes, is amazing, and they really upped their game on the second one. No Steam yet. I need to have my business entity first. Yeah, January 1st. Okay. I would love to do a tactics, but man, programming AI for that can not be fun. Yeah. Earthbound, Lisa, Octopath, Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasies are obviously good. I just can't do it. Wow, man. I love those games. I'm sorry. Some of it, the thing I like about Octopath is it felt a lot more engaging, especially the second one. like, I don't know, just like strategizing through the boss fights. The boss fights were just so like well done in the Octopath games, like, because it had you strategizing throughout. And I don't know, I know it's not for everybody. I really enjoyed it. Need that high octane real-time action. I like to jump back and forth. I like to have a nice long epic RPG that I play through for a while, and then something more high octane, real-time action, even if it's an action RPG or something, or Metroidvania, something like that. So epic RPG playthrough, then Metroidvania or something. Epic RPG playthrough, then maybe a first-person shooter or a horror game or something. Looking forward to Resident Evil 9 in February. Definitely seems like you just play as a normal woman, not a girl boss. I'm cool with that. Yeah, dude, absolutely, 100%. And I agree. I'm looking forward to that one too. That looks really good. I still haven't played. Actually, I haven't played 4 through 8, or 5 through 8. Excuse me. 4 was the last one I played through all the way. So I need to catch up on those because I do really enjoy Resident Evil. But yeah, I think I got no problem playing as a woman like lead. They just gotta be good characters. That's really all it is. It's like, just give me a good character. 7 is absolute insanity. I love it. Yeah, I've been wanting to play that one. Like, yeah, well, there you go. Resident Evil. I love, like, Jill is a great character. I always love, 3 is one of my favorites. I didn't like the remake quite as much. I liked the Resident Evil 2 remake. That was really good. 3 was kind of a shell of what it should have been. But Jill is a great character. Claire is a great character. Parasite Eve. Aya Bria, she's a great character. Love those games. Well, I only really played the second one. I played a little bit of the first one. Never really been a story game guy, but as long as the character is a legit human being that isn't making completely unrelatable choices, then I'm fine with it. Yeah. I got into story games like when I was probably like 12 or 13 or so. That's when, like, RPGs I first played. Final Fantasy VIII was actually like the first RPG I really like got into and played all the way through. I had rented a couple from the store like when I was younger. Like, I think Breath of Fire 2 is actually the first RPG I ever played, and it was just so crazy to me. It was so interesting. I was like, I don't get this. What is happening? Why did everything stop? But I was intrigued though. And then I think I played Super Mario RPG, but I didn't really get into RPGs until Final Fantasy VIII. And then it was just from there, I just couldn't play them enough. Don't know what that horror movie decision-making trope is, but that mindset is creeping in to push plot. Just hurts, yeah. Yeah. It's like it almost works in movies because that's just part of the fun of it. You know what I mean? Of like yelling at the character on screen. Don't go there. You gotta go over here. What are you doing? That can be part of the fun of it, but it just depends on what kind of movie you're going to see. If it's like just a mindless slasher flick or whatever, which I'm not really a huge fan of those, then that works. But if it's something that you want it to be actually be suspenseful and like really suspend your disbelief, then yeah, those kind of decisions just hurt. Watch Lights Out. It's a horror movie where everyone actually makes the right decisions the entire movie. It's amazing. Yeah, see, I remember always saying that too. It's like if people are making the right decisions in a horror movie and it still isn't working, now that's scary. That's that's when it's just like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do?
Sounds like a really well-written movie. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. Lights Out. Write it down. Because I want to watch... I haven't watched any horror movies this month yet, but we're running out of time. 11 days. 11 days. I wanted to get together with some friends and watch a movie. Very good, based off a short on YouTube and got turned into a feature. Oh, cool. The name sounds familiar, but yeah, cool. I should probably be writing music, but I'm enjoying this conversation. This should just be a just chatting section. I'm gonna go back and check it out, and the music's gonna be way too loud. It's like if you hear a noise outside from your bed and you decided to not check it out, but it still comes out to get to you. Turn the music down just a little bit. I'm trying to think what the last horror movie was that I saw. I can't remember. I used to play like horror games with my nieces and my sister and them, and it was always so much fun, dude. Like the past couple of years, we played Silent Hill 2, and that was so fun. And it was like, you know, it's such a like creepy game, creepy experience, but we laughed so much. Like there were so many good jokes that were had through it. We played Nightmare on Elm Street and The Thing are my most recent watches. Yeah, I haven't seen Elm Street in a long time. That might be a good one. Same for The Thing, honestly. I haven't watched either of them in a while. I'm not sure what the latest or the last time I saw a scary movie was. But yeah, I remember we played through Slender, like the Arrival one. And dude, it was so funny. It was just so funny. Like, I was... I don't know. There's just so many like good like jokes you can throw into situations like that. And we just had a good old time. Good memories. Retaliation. Which one is this? I guess. Wait, no, that was a game. I was gonna say, I guess the most recent scary thing I played was Metroid Fusion, which I know is not technically a scary game, but it kind of is, but it's not. But it kind of is, but it's not. Yeah, that would be a good one. I've never played that. I watched some parts of playthroughs. It looked like it was a good one. That would be a good one. Yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to get together with friends and just have like a either a scary movie or scary video game night, something like that. That would be a good time. It's just been so busy recently, like for all of us. And granted, like, you know, good thing though is that like with the busyness, you know, we've still got to all hang out together, and so that's been fun. Like we did the Fall Fest on Saturday, and we were all working that, so we weren't like, you know, just us as a group. We were all spread out, but we still had a good time. And then the week before that, we went and hiked up a mountain together, and that was good. it's good to spend time with your friends. Like I used to be way more introverted and just a homebody. And this year especially, dude, we've been doing a lot of stuff together, and it's been really good. I've really, really enjoyed it. It's almost like, you know, it's one of those things that's important in life is spending time with your loved ones. It's weird. It's weird how that works. My phone's blowing up. Let me not show it on screen. Oh. Funny. We getting a bunch of us together next year for a Spookathon charity stream. Yes. That'd be awesome. What would the charity be? I guess we'll figure that out later, but yes. Spookathon. I've always wanted to do, honestly, like, I've always thought it would be cool to do one of those big, like, stream event things, Spookathon, Subathon, whatever. You got, like, you know, a bunch of people there. You're rotating out who's playing or who's emceeing or whatever, and you got all these events and games lined up to do. That would be a lot of fun. We should do that. Granted, I've you know, I don't have a huge audience. I'm thankful for who I have. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. That would be cool though. Yeah, I definitely, where are we at? 23 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'll take a $5, and then we'll go back to work 23 minutes later, 24 minutes later. That's fine. I tried a very poorly planned charity stream last year. It was fun. They're emailing me, asking me to do it again, despite not really pulling anything. Oh, cool. I did it because Spiffing Brit asked a bunch of people to do it. Yeah, why not? I like Spiffing Brit. He's one of those channels that I always forget about, and then he'll pop up in the algorithm one day. All of a sudden, he'll just be on my front page. I'm like, oh yeah, let me watch this. This is fun, and I'll really enjoy the video, and then it'll just kind of disappear for a while, and then the cycle continues. Whereas there's other things where it's just like, you like this, you want to watch this. I'm like, I don't really want to watch this. I've seen that thumbnail, I've seen that video like 20 times, and I still haven't clicked on it. They're like, but you want to watch it, right? It's like, no, I don't. Like, but you do. YouTube, stop, you're drunk. I think I was the only other person on his team who got donations. It was one, but I didn't get it. Hey, yeah. One donation is still a donation. That is still a contribution. The Spiffing Brit. Oh. So what did y'all think of that? We're just going to chat for another 15 minutes and then I'll call it. But what did you guys think of the that whole TwitchCon thing with Emiru? Is that her name? Emiru. That was something. I haven't watched a ton about it, but I saw enough, and I was like, oh, that's... Their response to it was, yeah. Yeah, it's not even just that. Is they can't afford security, but they, like, they had banned her security before or something, right? $1 billion company. Sick that it even happened. Twitch needs to purge the entire leadership. Yeah, no kidding. Asmon is right about Twitch. He's another one who I've like... I remember the first time I saw Asmongold, I was like, I didn't think I really cared for him. and this was years ago. But then all of a sudden, like I saw, like he's been making waves, you know, the past couple years, and I was like, you know what, he's actually right about some of this. I actually agree with him on quite a bit. Husband's right about something frowny. Yeah, it is sad though, and then she did that stream, I guess the next day or following, and she was obviously, for very good reason, obviously very upset with the response about it, from Twitch, and finding out that like they all went out partying that night, like a lot of the staff, and the guy just got to walk away basically, and that they banned him. Initially the punishment was just the guy just got banned for like 30 days for trying that, and that's just like, oh. I don't know, dude, that's such a pathetic response. Well, no, then they switched it to lifetime ban, which is still a pathetic response. It's like nobody cares if he's on Twitch or not. Like he literally, like, I don't know. They kind of needs to be a little bit more than oh, you can't get on Twitch anymore. It's like who cares? He can make another account. like are they really? Is that really gonna stop the guy? Yeah. Anyway, that was a doozy of a topic to bring up in the last 15 minutes, but I know, well, he's not in here anymore, but I mean, I don't think he'll care if I say it. And if he does, I'll apologize to him. But that's what Mondoon was on Kick earlier, because he was not happy with Twitch allowing that to happen and their response to the whole thing. So he's like, well, you know what? I'm just not going to use their platform anymore. And I get it. And there's a lot of things on, even that aside, like there's a lot of things on Twitch that I really don't care for. I don't know. I'm just like, I still just multi-stream just because I'm just looking. I know some people prefer it there. Some people prefer it on Kick. Some people prefer on YouTube. I'm not really married to any one platform. But I don't know. We'll see. I really think there's a huge issue with the current streaming trinity right now. Yeah, they can kind of do whatever they want, and literally no one can do anything about it because income dependency and a lack of ability to compete with the big dogs. Yeah. No, I agree, and I think that's part of the problem with Twitch is that they just got too big for their britches for a long while. And until I mean, I think YouTube started their streaming service before Kick popped up, but really until Kick and YouTube started taking it seriously, like they really didn't have any competition. I don't like Twitch overall. A debate if I'm going to support it or not. I know I'm going to kind of depend on streamers get the word out and they make money there, but I want to see the platform die and see Kick and other alternatives take off instead. I don't think any stream platform has ever made money, which leads to monopoly by technicality. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm by no means an expert on any of these topics. I'm just ranting right now. Actually, I had the chance to work for Twitch. Oh, wow. It's very early inception. They tried so badly to hire me, but I chose to work at Stumble Upon instead. Oh, wow, dude. I remember Stumble Upon. I thought that was the coolest website for a minute there, and then I kind of forgot about it, honestly. But it was a cool idea. Wow, that's crazy. Kick would be good if it wasn't pushing gambling and dangerous individuals to children. Every platform has its issues. Yeah, if we burn bridges with every company that did something contrary to our beliefs, we'd shop nowhere, eat nowhere. Yeah, that's very true, Red. That being said, we do need to make those choices individually. I agree with that, Red. Well said. Yeah, it's like it's very hard to find any company that's just like, completely squeaky clean, whether it be streaming services or internet service provider or a grocery store. It's hard to find these days any company that has just a good track record, we'll put it that way. Yeah, and Beanless, I don't like that they push gambling on Kick necessarily either, or if they're pushing dangerous individuals to children. I think that's also found on Twitch, to be fair. I don't think that's the second thing. I don't think that is a Kick exclusive necessarily, but I agree. I don't like that is happening. Look into Gene Pomanova if you want to see the lowest Kick is gone. Okay, I don't know that story. It really isn't, but you can go as minimalist as possible, I guess. Yeah. I hate Netflix, but I'm going to pay to see the ending to Stranger Things and probably be disappointed. Yeah, no, I haven't had Netflix in years. That's one that I like. That was one. Yeah, as I had to make that choice as an individual. I was like, you know what? I just don't like this company anymore, so I'm not going to support them. Okay. Well, I'll have to look into it. I've seen some pretty rough and dark things, unfortunately, in my life. And I'm not saying that that's not, or it's like not on the level of the stuff, but wouldn't be the first time, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Well, this all went somewhere. This went places. Jean Pormanove. Okay. I didn't mean to end us on a downer topic. That is totally my fault, though. I was like, hey, what did y'all think of that big controversial thing that happened this weekend? That was really upsetting and awful experience for somebody. Huh? That's fair. Well, I mean, maybe not seen as like downer topics, but it's like they're just, I guess, heavier topics. It's like it's not something. Gotta acknowledge that stuff happens. I'm not trying to say just like turn a blind eye to it or anything like that, but it's just yeah, that's true. That's fair. Should be yeah, I guess inspiring for people. I feel like there's another word I could use there, but for people on what to do to change things, I guess, or how we could go about things differently. I agree with what Red said earlier, though. It's just going to be whatever it is. Any platform is going to have its issues, unfortunately. It's a weird bystander effect. Yeah. Well, it's just, I don't think it's like I don't think that's like a new thing either. I mean, it's like an old saying of like, things you don't talk about at the dinner table is politics and religion. And granted, we're not talking either of those things here, but I think that's essentially saying is like, just kind of avoid the tougher subjects at, dinner. Just just to enjoy each other's company together, kind of thing. But, I mean, you're not wrong though. It's like it's good for people to have conversations like this, or conversations about tougher subjects. Yeah, because honestly, I feel like if you don't talk about them, then when they do come up, you just like don't know what to say a lot of times, which I am very guilty of that. Like there's so many things where I want to weigh in on something that somebody's going through, but I'm like also I just like I don't know what to say, because I just don't go through those. It's not a conversation you have every day, I guess is what I'm getting at. Totally get the other side of it too, but when we do stop eating dinner is the question. When we stop eating dinner is the question. Oh, depends, man. Depends. Like what are we eating? Do I gotta go somewhere afterwards? Because if I gotta go somewhere afterwards, then I'm gonna slam the food down and get rolling. But if it's like a Thanksgiving dinner, then we're gonna take our time and eat. And we're gonna go back for seconds and thirds before we get to dessert. Yeah. But I hate to like cut it off here, but it is about 5, which is usually where I do stop. That 5-minute break turned into 38-minute conversation about a bunch of stuff, which is fun. Good conversations. Wow. So I plan on putting out the .flp/chartsier stuff. Is .flp, is that what Fruity Loops project? Is that what that is? Because I don't use Fruity Loops. Or FL Studio, that's what they're called. Wow, okay. Bert. It was Fruity Loops back in like 2001. Well, I don't use FL Studio, and I don't usually put out project files like that or charts, because it's just a lot to make a chart to begin with. Even though I think on Studio One here, actually I'll go back over. Wow, Studio One does have this feature in, so I guess I could technically export charts, but no, I don't usually do that. Song, export, send to Notion, that's probably it. Okay. No, it's good to dissect other people's music if you're trying to learn. Are you Beanless, are you working on a game? Are you a game dev? Did I close the radio? I did. Whoops. Okay, nice. Are you in the full-time game devs Discord? No, that's cool. It's cool. We can hang out for another second here. Another couple minutes here. Because, well, basically what I'm getting at is what you... Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Like, I had just promoted to that recently. Promoted the streams to that recently, and that's how, like, a couple of new viewers have found me. I just wasn't sure if you were one of them. That's all I was getting at. All good. Well, trying to get into making stuff yourself. I've actually been working on something that could help with that, and I don't exactly want to reveal yet. I'm still kind of getting the material in place, but it's something I want to reveal here over the next couple weeks. So consider this the soft teaser, the soft reveal, like a coming soon, big epic movie trailer that gives you no information. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that if you're trying to learn how to make stuff yourself, definitely keep coming back because I have something that will probably help with that. And I hope to be announcing that officially within the next like week or so here. I really wish I could have announced it today, but I'm just not quite there yet. I'll put it that way. But yeah. Keep coming back though, dude. I appreciate the conversation today. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know I was kind of, like I said, I was not super focused today. I was kind of just doing whatever. Usually we actually get a bit more done music wise. Look forward to the announcement of the teaser of the thing. Yeah, the announcement to the teaser of the coming soon trailer of the pre-production launch. But no, like I said, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody who came through. Remy, Red, Michael Eagle, if you're still over there on YouTube, appreciate you always, brother. Mondoon, anybody I may have missed. I think I got everybody. Average is live. Okay, yeah, we'll give him a little raid. Whoops. Let me get it set up here, but I gotta give me 2 seconds. We'll raid average aim and call it a day here. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Go to my channel. Okay. Raid average aim. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. Well, you guys have been amazing. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll keep it rolling. But yeah, y'all are amazing. I'm Bert. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.